relief.
It's over. Good morning. It is Thursday, November 11th. How's it going?
Oh, pretty good, I suppose. Just getting organized.
I'm like attacking the camera, sorry.
That's okay.
Alright, what do you got?
I'm just unpacking the stuff we bought for the slaughter. So these are the little meat hooks for the goats. And we got big ones, I think, in that package right here.
A bunch of animals.
I have to, before the help gets here, clean out the barn and build a little stand for the metal, for this stainless steel countertop we have. So, these are the heavier duty ones for the pigs.
It is butchering day for the pigs and the goats. So a very large day. Dominic has been ordering materials and getting ready and thinking about it for a long time. Getting stressed out. More and more stressed as the day goes on. How do you feel?
Alright.
Alright.
You're gonna lay an egg there, I think.
Yeah, it is.
I feel nervous and excited, but mostly nervous. Just want to make sure I don't mess it up and cause any undue suffering or waste any of the hard work we've done this year. So it's kind of all comes down to one day. It's a bit of a bummer, but we'll see how she goes. I have confidence in us.
I think so. Yeah, I think it'll go well. I think he'll do his best anyway, so we'll see. I do think it's going to go well. Just in the event that it doesn't, which I don't think that it will, I think that you would have given it your best shot. I'm going to make sure I cover all the angles.
Yeah.
It is raining and I definitely should not have the camera out, but there's a rainbow. So I'm sure that that is a good omen, but I'm going to go in the house and start cleaning up and let Dominic get ready. What are you doing now?
Well, it was spilling, so I didn't want to go dig the hole in the rain. So, I decided I'll make the base for the steel table.
Very good.
So I'm just getting these pre-drilled. When I'm holding it up by myself, it's a bit hard to start a new screw. So this is not high-end carpentry by any means. This is slap it together because he'll be here in what time's it now?
9:45.
So he'll be here in about 25 minutes, I'd say. Oh, I'm gonna take this apart because hopefully my next project is gonna make this setup obsolete anyhow. And I'm just gonna bring over a pallet to roll the pig onto after we shoot it, so it's just a better working surface rather than on the ground over there. And then when we hoist it up, it'll hoist right off the pallet. Hope that's the plan anyway. So I just gotta unscrew this and let it fall, and go over and clean up that area. Get a hole ready to throw the guts and the head and everything into, and the skin. So what I'm planning to do is use a natural depression over there and just scoop it out a bit more, put some leaves in the bottom, and then throw everything in a big pile, throw dirt and leaves on top of it, and then some browse and tree logs and stuff like that, and just let it just cook over there over the winter, and hopefully it'll be totally gone by spring. Is the gun clean? Not gonna backfire, is it? Be fun. And an adventure. Do you think we could just convince to take the chew on one of the bullets? Set it off himself?
Alright, this is the butchering table. It looks good. Turned out really nice.
Definitely does not look good.
Well, you know,
Not for
it's a nice
10-minute build.
10-minute build. It's pretty good. It's a good height.
Any of the good lumber I didn't have to cut. So
Yeah.
take it right back off and use it again.
Nice. Alright, so he has about 6 hours of daylight. And he's got to start the process of 4 goats and 3 pigs. I'll come in for a minute. I gotta go back out with the kids though. I'm just gonna show you guys the area that they are doing this in. Ooh. almost fell down. Yeah, I'm just gonna show you the area that they're doing it in, and then they're gonna get to work.
Yep. I'm just gonna, so the white posts, I'm gonna make a little area here for us. We're gonna bring them over here and shoot them, and then haul them up on the pallet just to get them ready to hook onto this. And then we're gonna pull them up the tree to split them and skin them.
Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go in the house. And yeah, it's such a weird feeling. So it's gonna be a lot quieter in the mornings, a lot less to do. But so I guess we'll focus on eating well over the winter and planning for next year. But it's gonna be a few days of processing, because once they get them up and they skin them, they gotta let them rest. Kind of like we let the chickens rest for 24 to 48 hours. I think they're just waiting 24 hours just because of the time. We're gonna have a couple cold nights, or I think one cold night, and then it's gonna warm up. So it's really important they get it done today, because we don't have a fridge or a walk-in cooler. They're gonna hang in the shed, so we're relying on the outdoor temperature to bring the body temperature to where it needs to be. So if it warms up, that's potentially disastrous. I mean, the weather says it's gonna be cold, so that's totally fine, but if anything gets fooled up, if they don't have enough time to get everything done, then it's like, you know, a little bit of a race against the clock, but not really. Like they've done a lot of preparation. Anyway, we will check in with you guys at the next stage.
I'm not nervous, like, I don't want to take this off.
Yeah.
So the X, right? Eye to ear.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm also a little bit nervous about a ricochet, because I think 30.
I would just walk right up and wait, take the time. Can you get a hold of that for a sec? Yep. Coming right away.
Boy. And overnight is like -1, so it's perfect.
Tonight? Yeah. Yeah.
Great for cool enough weekends. And then 12 degrees on Saturday, that's right.
Well, you're gonna butcher them up on Saturday?
No,
Tomorrow?
I know he's dead, but that was like, it was like he was reacting to it, like, what are you doing?
His legs are kicked.
Yeah,
You know, that's just nerves.
that's hilarious. It's just as soon as you put the knife
How
in,
big is the,
he almost made a snort.
Oh, you bought this kit just now?
I bought it this year,
Yeah.
yeah. I was gonna buy a chain hoist, but that's a little overkill. Maybe if I get a towel.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I just heard the last gunshot, so that means that they've finished, well, they're starting work on the third pig of the day, so I'm just gonna go check in.
What a relief.
It's over.
I feel, yeah, that was what was bothering me, I guess, the past couple of days, was nervous about missing.
Yeah.
But I feel fantastic now.
Good. Look at this guy, there's a bit of fat on there.
No, it's
Some people
no
crazy.
calorie pigs. Oh man, oh, this feels great now. What a difference.
This.
That was all the stress gone right there.
Wow.
3 for 3, Jenny.
Evidence. I handed Dominic the towels. I was like, oh, I'll just clean them and they'll be fine. And now I'm seeing it and I'm like, that's going right in the trash.
Yeah.
Or no, that's a blood towel now. So Dean, would you like roast a pig like this? You'd skin it first, or would you roast a different type of pig?
Oh, we used to do big pig.
Really?
Pig's bigger than this.
Oh, wow.
Would you skin them? Or just shave them?
Sometimes they were skinned, sometimes skin on. They were torched.
What was better?
that way?
What would you recommend?
So I can see
Skin off. I'm just going to take this little bit of skin off.
Okay.
And you hold the... There.
Do you guys want me to bring out some tea or anything?
Let's just get the pigs done first.
He doesn't want me to offer you guys anything until you're done.
Delays, in case something goes wrong, because we only got a couple hours of light left.
Alright.
Bucket of hot water would be good.
They were actually cutting up the second one. They were skinning the second one, and the third one was bleeding out. So I want to reiterate that, yes, we're very inexperienced. We have zero experience doing this, and we're doing it for the first time. However, Dean, my brother-in-law, is very experienced. He's done this a lot of times. So it's not like, you know, it's not like not like with the chickens, which was a little bit easier. I think that it's a little more complex with the pig, and you'd want to have someone who's experienced the first time, I assume. But I just wanted to reiterate that, yes, we've never done this before, but Dean has. So take that as it is.
Oh, Gunner, I haven't forgot about you, buddy. I'll
I'm gonna
let
need
you
you
out
to watch this
eventually.
whole get up tonight, Jenny, so I can do the exact same one again tomorrow.
That's right.
This is a really good piece of leaf flour, but it's got meat on it, so should I put it in this bag and we trim it and save it, or should I put it in the leaf flour bag? Because you can do it with the meat on it. Just sift it out after, right?
You think the goat's worth it?
Because the goats were $600.
Yeah.
We only spent $600 a feed on pigs the whole year around there, right?
Yeah.
So per pound, it's not even going to be hot. The goat back straps last night, and they were quite delicious. Touch on the chewy side, but quite delicious. So this is the goat pile, and over here we've got the mountain of pork. So that's what we're going to be working through today. We got Patrick on the goat and Dean on the pig, and I'm going to be wrapping and running. So I don't know, should doodle Christmas anyway. Yep, so less yakking, more attacking, more rapping. I don't know. ASMR like video.
It is Sunday morning. Dominic started this process last Thursday. I've been gone back and forth through the weekend, but you guys have seen a little bit of footage of it. But this is kind of like the aftermath of the butchering. So they were out in the woods, they gutted them, they buried everything out there, they brought them into here. Now the shed was integral because this is where they like kind of cooled. We don't have a cooler, which would have been very convenient, and hopefully we'll have something rigged up next year. But because we're getting kind of a warmer period, everything has to be done kind of really, really quickly because we don't have a lot of refrigerator space for everything.
We made it work. The first 2 days were perfect. It was cold.
Yes.
And then the last 2 days we've had to just make sure we don't have stuff out long. And we took over our fridge in our kitchen. We had the mini fridge that a buddy down the road loaned us.
Yeah.
So we've been filling up coolers with ice and ice packs. So
yeah.
Look at this. 5 of our 6 bacons.
Wow.
Our bellies.
Yummy.
So probably
Nice.
good 40 pounds of bacon right here.
Wow, exciting. So yeah, he has made it work. The plan was they knew what the weather was going to look like, so they had everything arranged and ready to go. But that just meant that they don't really have a lot of time for breaks. It is a big, tough slog. Future bacon.
Yep.
It's nice to have Dean, the real expert. Would you have done this if Dean wasn't here?
No.
No.
I would have paid a fortune to get a butcher.
Yeah, we're not saying that it's a good idea to just DIY your own pig butchering. It's a bit of a complicated process.
Yeah, I bet if I went along a couple of times with Dean and step by step, I could do it.
Yeah, but not like the chickens where we just kind of jumped
Watch
into
the
it.
video and go. You could do that. I bet I could, but it wouldn't be good. Like it wouldn't be as good.
I feel like you'd be totally nervous though.
Well, whatever. I'd do it.
I guess so. I mean, if it was like
The only
that
thing I'm nervous
situation-
about is letting it go bad, or that's all.
That's the big thing. Is like you don't want it to go bad.
Well, yeah. But if I did the pork chops and they're all thin or crooked or whatever, that's not the biggest deal to
No,
me.
no.
One of them has ribs still attached. I don't think it's that one though. That's where the rib meat comes off the belly. So if you leave a lot of meat on the ribs, you get less bacon. If you take a lot of bacon, you get less meat on your ribs. I think. Is that correct, Dean?
Yep. For side ribs.
Do we do more side ribs or more bacon?
I think Dean cut off as much bacon as he could.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we don't have... Our pigs aren't bacon pigs. So there's like not a tremendous amount of bacon on them.
And that looks like it has a hole in the middle.
Yeah.
Just
That's
a
because
shape
it
of
does.
It's because it does. So what is this?
That's the bacon.
That's the pork belly.
Pork belly. But how come it's got a big hole in it?
Because of the pig.
Do they all look like that?
They're all going to be thin though.
Oh, okay.
They're all gonna have a little thinner area right here.
Interesting.
Yeah, so our ribs aren't gonna, like the ribs when I did them, set of ribs was only a pound or a pound and a half or something, I think. Because Dean scraped off as much meat as he could to get more bacon.
While they're doing that, I'm going to show you guys just kind of what we're working with in the kitchen. I'm going to apologize for the disaster of my house. I want to say that it's not normally this messy, but it is. It's always a disaster. But we have got that little machine. I'll show you guys later when we start grinding. They were doing a little bit last night, but that's the meat grinder. And in here, part of our arsenal is we have the food saver over there. That's what we're using to vacuum pack some of the meat, like the pork chops. We did a lot of those in the food saver. But other than that, we've got like the butcher paper here. So Dominic will wrap them in saran wrap. And when they're all nice and tightly wrapped, then he'll wrap them just like a Christmas package in the butcher paper.
Yep, and I'll give a tip to anybody watching who's never done this before. If you're on Amazon or wherever you're shopping for your stuff, and you see a $20 tape dispenser, don't think, $20 tape dispenser. Why would you spend $20 on a tape dispenser? That's crazy. Spend $20 on the tape dispenser. I'd pay, if someone had one in their pocket right now, I'd give them $100 worth.
Dominic has been putting the tape down here on the edge of the table, and he was complaining about that last night. He was like, why didn't I just buy it? Yeah.
Well worth $20.
The convenience. All right, let's go check down into the deep freezes downstairs to see what's in there so far and how full they're getting. 'Cause some people were concerned that we weren't gonna have enough space for everything. Again, listen, my basement is a mess. Just, it is what it is, okay? This is a 24 cubic foot deep chest freezer that we purchased recently, well, for this whole endeavor. It's got LED lights inside. I thought that was the coolest thing. It seems like every freezer now has that, but it's filling up nicely. The pigs, or not the pigs, the goats did not take up nearly as much space as, I probably shouldn't leave that open like that. The goats did not take up nearly as much space as I would have anticipated. But the pigs are getting pretty big. Not everything is in there, but I'm going to show you what we have right now kind of quickly so I don't have it open the whole time. Right. So, down here we have got, we've got ribs in here. There is tenderloin there. We've got in these packets, these are pork chops. So we've got 4 into a packet. Sirloin over here. These, I believe, oh, these are the legs. So it's kind of a mix of the goat and the pork. We haven't really, oh, I think that they're actually using 2 different colors. Maybe? I'm not really sure. Those are like stewing pieces here. We've got picnic. We also marked down all of the sizes of everything, but you can see goat roast. There's bones and stuff there. I think this stuff is going to be ground later. What we got in here? Dominic's probably going to get mad at me. I'm not mad. Dominic's probably going to be a little disturbed that I open this up. But in here we've got, yeah, more stuff that needs to be processed and packaged. That being said, it looks like we're going to have plenty of space for everything down in the deep freeze. Would you say, Dominic?
Yep.
Yeah. Should be.
Sure, one of the pigs is not staying there, so.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, you can fit them in alive, sure.
It's a really big deep freeze. Keeping track of all of the weights of all of the pieces.
I definitely missed some.
Most of them.
We got 1 pen in our whole house, and it don't work.
Yeah.
And it hasn't worked for months.
Yeah. Oh, that pink one's good. That's my go-to pen.
Is it bright and pink?
Yeah, right, bright pink.
No.
No?
That's okay.
It's the best pen we have.
I'll make it work. Well, that would just drive me nuts if I got a list that's almost all blue and then the pink one's at the bottom. I can't do that.
If only we had professions where it was common for us to be using pencils and pens all the time.
Exactly.
Mommy, the goat is so good.
What's so good, sweetie?
The fish is so good.
The pig is so
The
good.
pig is so good, is it? Is it tasty?
Yeah.
Definitely cheaper to wrap it with paper. That's why I'm wrapping and
Dean is cutting up pork belly for us now. So some of the bacon sides, what would you call them? What would you call this cut?
Pork belly.
Some of the pork belly we'll have as actual pork belly, and then the other ones we'll make bacon it up. We got really into pork belly when we were living in Korea, and if you go out for Korean barbecue and you get samgyeopsal, it's like the pork belly. It's really, really tasty. We've smoked it and like put it in soups, or we'll have it like Korean style barbecue, but it's really, really good. I like pork belly. Are you gonna have any pork belly with your pig?
Not sure yet. Probably mostly bacon.
this is not a good one to show right now.
It's gonna be every time I make one of these. This is not a good one.
Yeah, where were you when I was doing doing the tenderloins? They look beautiful.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Even the goat leg looks nice.
Sounds like a lie.
Why are you drawing the meat?
Fancy.
You tried.
We're just chopping stuff up to make sausage.
Making sausages?
Well, make ground which we can later make in sausage if we want to, or you can cook it like it is. Well, yeah, that bone's pretty full.
we are officially coming to the end of our job. Dominic is portioning out the goat, which was ground up and mixed with some of the pork fat. We actually had goat burgers for lunch and they were delicious. But I think with the fat they'll be more, they'll bind together better. But they were super good. And so this is the last thing that we need to package before the final cleanup and saying just goodbye to this entire process.
Not sad to see this come to an end, but it's worth it, I think. I believe so. It's been fun. Learned a lot. Learned some new skills. More ready for the apocalypse now than it was before. And yeah, the burgers we had for lunch were super. I really enjoyed them. We also ate the other night. We also took 3 tenderloins the first night when we butchered the goats, and we cooked them up on the pan, and they were very delicious too.
I wasn't here, so there's no documentation of that. But that being, to be fair,
I have a picture of them in the pan.
to be fair, I was here and I cooked pork chops and goat burgers, and I did not take a video or a picture of either. So, you know,
I'm off the hook.
we'll have to share some of what we're eating over the winter now that we're going to be slowing down. But yeah, so I'm going to help him package these up, and then we'll check in at the very end. There we go.
The last send it to the freezer. You should take a shot of the freezer.
Lots of room.
And have like a third of the potatoes will be gone.
All right, down back in the basement. So this is the deep freeze. There's tons of space. We have no problem fitting everything in. You could fit like 2 more pigs in there. So if anyone was worried, we got this massive 24 cubic foot. We do have another 7.2 cubic foot deep freeze. We got a small one for when we were processing the first batch of chickens. And we figure that like in the spring when we're getting low on meat, once it doesn't like all fit in here, then we can move everything to the smaller deep freeze and just run that one until we're ready to fill this one up again. Is it all in?
It's all in there.
It's all in there. What about those guys? All right. Bye, meat.
See you soon.
See you soon.